Cody Rhodes always asks the audience, what do you want to talk about? Well, I don't think he wanted to talk about Mr. McMahon, but that's what was brought up in the Royal Rumble press conference. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And while the Royal Rumble might have been a bit of a dud, we did get some action in the Royal Rumble press conference. I didn't think this would happen, to be honest. I thought everyone here would be under strict orders not to speak about the McMahon stuff and potentially maybe even sign something in order to not speak about that in this press conference, but no. Nick Hosman, who said he was going to bring it up all week on Twitter, legitimately did bring it up. Now, of course, his credibility doesn't really matter, as he was the guy peddling all the Chris Jericho shit, and it turns out the Chris Jericho stuff wasn't even true, and all that heat came on Jericho because of a liked tweet. But Nick Hosman did ask Cody Rhodes, trying to take away from his good moment. You've just won the Royal Rumble. What's your thoughts on McMahon and the allegations against him? And then when Cody Rhodes tried to give a company answer, a professional answer, Nick Hosman then asked Cody what he's going to do in the future to prevent this. So basically, Nick Hosman here suggesting with his own words that this did happen and that there is a victim here and that WWE need to do something to make sure this doesn't happen again. And you know what? I'd say fuck Nick Hosman. This guy is a nobody. This guy is no different from any other fan that maybe writes a couple of articles. He's not big time, the guy. I mean, I don't really like to put Meltzer over as like a big draw, but I mean, at least Meltzer's Dave Meltzer.
Yeah.
Nick fucking Hosman. Nobody cares about Nick Hosman. Guy does look like a geek. A guy, I mean, I guarantee you Nick Hosman would not say anything to McMahon's face despite him being 78 years old. So yeah, Cody Rhodes gave a company answer.
But you put it best earlier, right? You said it's now guilty until proven innocent, and that's exactly the case here. Like, what he's turned around and said is almost as if McMahon's guilty, but what he's going to do in the future to prevent this. He's not, it's just allegations. What Cody... But see if Cody had this...
Yeah, but McMahon
right?
can't win, because what's going to happen is McMahon will never get proven innocent. At best, the case just drops. He's going to lose a lot of money, and people are going to be like, aye, he done it.
But see if Cody or Triple H actually had a fucking set of balls. Triple H is in his wife's purse, right? They could turn around and say, well, you know what? We can't actually act right now, because as of right now, it's just allegations. We don't know what's the truth. And until we find out what the truth is, we can't act.
Yeah, I actually feel...
No, why didn't they say that?
I feel like they genuinely kind of threw McMahon under the bus a wee bit.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think all they had to do was turn around Nick Hosman. They don't have to defend McMahon. They have to say, right now it's allegations, so we can't comment on preventing this because we're not sure what actually happened. And we're not equipped to talk about it. We weren't there. We don't know.
How can Cody and Triple H answer this, though, by saying, yeah, we're going to fix it, but they don't know what happened? You can't fix a problem you don't know what's there.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd have said, look, you weren't there. We weren't there. These are allegations. We can't do anything until the courtroom decides. Without coming to the courtroom, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, for this guy to ask questions about what you're going to do to prevent this from happening, then Cody Rhodes kind of gave a bullshit answer about how the locker room's a great place and that everyone's family friendly and they all want to see each other succeed. I mean, even if I would have just respected him if he just told him, get out.
Yeah, I would have, but like I said earlier, none of them have a fucking setup. It's 2024. We need to wake up and smell the coffee.
What I would say is, so I think Cody Rhodes answered it better than Triple H. Triple H was sweating.
He passed the buck to Rhodes. He's like,
I think Cody said it best.
I don't know what he said, but he said this.
Yeah, Triple H was like sweating, and Triple H got asked it multiple times.
But see if they said what I said, they'd get cancelled. See Cody Rhodes, he'd have been stripped of the Rumble. See Triple H, his nose would took off him. It's that. See if they turned around and said that we don't know all the answers yet and we can't provide you with an answer. That would have looked like, or you're saying
you're condoning McMahon's actions.
You don't believe the victim. I believe all women. You're saying McMahon's not a rapist.
But that's Triple H's father-in-law. I think it's actually pathetic for Triple H.
No, it is.
He doesn't have to defend McMahon, but he could at least put the people in their place and going, right now, they're allegations, we can't talk about them.
Cody Rhodes and Triple H's answer is, Vince McMahon is a serial predator and we are a family, we are united. It's not like the old regime, we're not going to abuse anyone.
Yeah, that's not going to happen going forward because this roster loves each other and we're all one big happy family.
Fuck these two.
Yeah, I mean... Triple H, I just expect it more for Triple H. He's a shell of his former self, man. What happened to fucking Triple H?
He is.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. What the heck? What happened to this guy? This once proud guy? He bottled it.
No, he did.
He absolutely bottled it.
You know what, right? At least with Cody Rhodes, it's like, you could maybe argue he's not used to, but then like that guy said, he used to be an EVP, but let's not pretend the elite get asked questions like this. They get asked about what move you're going to do next, you flippy dippy fucking vanilla midget bastards.
Now, based on Triple H and Cody Rhodes' answers, man, it's almost like they think McMahon is guilty.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, I thought it was very, very poor. I mean, especially Triple H, after knowing what Cody got asked, he's had a bit of time. Not much.
He knows it's coming.
But he's had a few minutes here to go, right, I could get asked that, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need to go into detail. Obviously, he can't really go into detail. But I just think their wording of their answers, I think it's very poor. It was almost like they're saying, well, look, that might have happened with the old regime, like you said, but going forward, it's not going to happen because this is a great locker room. It's a family locker room.
It kind of reminds me of Benoit in a way, right? And people might be like, you always pin it back to Benoit. But see, if you remember with see, as soon as it came out, they thought Benoit did it. McMahon threw him under the fucking bus, and that was it. It was done. There was no investigation.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't respect McMahon for that either.
No, I know.
So you know what goes around comes around, because I think McMahon treated Benoit like shite. And I get it, what Benoit done was horrible, but McMahon, like, he wasn't interested in
the truth,
or maybe reasoning as to why Benoit did it. It was just solely, let's get all the heat off of me, let's get all the heat off the company. I don't care if his brain was messed up. He was a horrible, evil human being, which I don't think Benoit was. What he done was horrible and evil, but I don't think Benoit himself was a horrible, evil person for the 38 years that he lived on this planet. So maybe this is like karma, coming back on Vince, because I'm not expecting Vince. See, at that time, I'm not saying at all that Vince should be defending Benoit, praising Benoit, not at all. But I think, look at how wrestlers outside, look at what Jericho's done, Austin's done. They've actually said Benoit, he was a nice guy, but what he done in his final few days on this planet was unforgivable.
But Vince, he just has to give the same answer here. See, by the time they got to the ECW, was the investigation fully closed? And
it was looking. Obviously, you can piece more puzzles together.
Aye.
And on Monday, it looked like the three of them had been murdered.
Tuesday.
But by Tuesday, it looked like Benoit had done it and then killed himself. And McMahon came out and basically just distanced Benoit, wrote Benoit off, and. You know what, maybe what goes around comes around. Again, I'm not defending Benoit at all, but you look at how Benoit treated, look at how McMahon treated Benoit, and without the full evidence, just you wanted to distance Benoit away from the company, throw him under the bus, and it's almost a bit similar to what Cody and Triple H did here. I mean, they didn't say, Vince McMahon done it, he's a dirty bastard, hope he rots in hell or whatever, but they kind of just says, look, that is the past era of wrestling. That's not what's going to happen in the future. We're not like that. Going forward, it's not going to be like that. So that was what I took from this.
Yeah, that's what I took from it. And the reality is, if Cody Rhodes has said that, could you argue, well, Triple H has to back his guy up? No, because Triple H should have his own fucking set of balls.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Cody Rhodes just gave his own answer. Cody Rhodes isn't equipped. Cody Rhodes isn't in a position where he should be answering that. Triple H is.
Yeah.
Triple H could have just come out and said...
And just because Vince jobbed out Benoit doesn't mean Triple H should job out Vince.
No.
Because, let's be honest, the Tuesday of ECW, the evidence is more towards Benoit being guilty than what Vince is right now, as of 27th of January. Or, no, it's the 28th. But yeah, it's piss poor for these two, especially Triple H. It's his fucking father-in-law. The father-in-law that gave him the keys to the kingdom.
The grandfather of his kids.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I thought it was very poor answer.
See, the reality is, cash is king.
Cody Rhodes' answer, right? I can respect Cody Rhodes' answer because he shouldn't be answering that. And he's kind of deflected it away. And he's just said, look, we've got a great... what do you expect Cody Rhodes to say?
Yeah, no,
But with Triple H, it's... I mean...
He should be media trained.
And the thing... And he had time to respond to it. Cody Rhodes is sitting there expecting a question about the Royal Rumble win, going to WrestleMania, and he gets asked about McMahon shiting on people's heads. I mean, Triple H had a few minutes to just come up with an answer. Like all Triple H has to say... Like, he even left it open. He just, answered the questions and then went into the next one about McMahon. He could have just come out and says, look... Right now, there are allegations, and we're not open to talking about them.
Yeah.
I'll be taking no further questions.
But by him doing that, they'll think he doesn't believe her, and he's thrown under the bus for that. That's exactly.
No,
what
all
it
he
is,
has to say is, look, at this point in time, it's allegations, and Mr. McMahon has denied it.
Yeah. So therefore, we can't act.
Yeah, so
we don't know what to act upon because it's allegations.
We're going to have to wait and see how it plays out in court.
Yep.
But I'll be taking no further questions. So if your question's about McMahon, please get up and leave. He could have said something like that, but of course he didn't. So, I mean, whatever.
He could have just said, yeah, Vince McMahon stepped back, but that's natural procedure when someone's under investigation.
Yeah, just said he stepped down while this investigation's ongoing. We can't comment on what's happened. We don't know the truth
and
yet.
Then he could just say, I know there's probably going to be a few more questions similar to this, but the reality is we cannot answer this until the full details of this case comes out, the verdict.
Yeah, so either ask a question about the Royal Rumble or please leave. Simple as that. That didn't happen. So, not a good look for WWE, in my opinion. And my respect for Triple H.
This doesn't mean, though, that Vince is guilty. This just means WWE want to fucking cut ties.
Aye.
I think, no, this for me proves that Vince is done.
Aye. Now, I expect this answer from pretty much anybody else, but not Triple H.
No.
This is his father-in-law. Again, not expecting him to defend him, but...
No, Triple H is a little bitch these days, man.
True.
Are you trying to tell me Shane McMahon does this? Fucking get. I know Brock Lesnar gets sent a video, but imagine Brock's asked that question. I think he's throwing Vince under the bus.
I think Brock just gets up and kills the person.
Fucking, come here, Nick Osman.
Hang
I'll
it.
put this on you.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Let us know your thoughts down below. Triple H just took the easy way fucking out, really, didn't he? Shite bag way out, and I mean, could have handled it a lot better.
He didn't go to Russia to fight Drago.
No, he didn't.
He jumped in his Lambo and fucked off back to Big Nose, Connecticut.
Big Nose, Connecticut. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Peace.